So basically what I did with the template was the box that the camera actually came in, the FedEx box, I actually cut a hole inside the box and set the back part of the camera inside the hole. That way I could actually trace it. And I just took a Sharpie marker and traced the outline of the camera. And this is a little harder than it actually looks. It's not too bad, but it's a little harder than I thought it was, just to get the lines and everything straightened up, but it wasn't too bad. And I'm gonna just cut around here and use this as a template and put it on the trunk. So basically, this is everything you're gonna need. You're gonna need the bezel. It's supposed to be red. When I ordered it online, I said it was gonna be tour red, which is the color of my car. When it came, it was just black. So I really want the camera. I really don't feel like going back and forth with them. Ready to just go ahead and install this backup camera. I'll put all the part numbers and everything in the description below. This is the bracket, which is gonna hold the camera behind the trunk lid. And of course, this is the camera and the jumper wire. So I pretty much just went back and thickened all the lines from the template. I just feel like it's better to make it smaller first as opposed to too big. At least if it's too small initially, I can just widen it out. So as you can see, I just drilled pilot holes. So that way when I Dremel, I can just Dremel from one hose to the next. And hopefully that makes it a little bit easier. So let's get to it. All right, guys, this is how far I got so far. I've been working on it probably for the last 15 minutes or so. Just taking my time. The next thing is gonna be just to go ahead and drill these out and go from there. And hopefully it fits. Stay tuned. So as you can see, I finally got it in there. A lot of patience. Finally got it in there. It's a little loose, but it does come with double-sided tape on the back and a grommet. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and install a jumper and put the camera inside the bezel. And just so you guys can see exactly how the camera is gonna sit in there, pretty much the bezel, of course, is gonna be over top of it. And the camera is just gonna be sitting in there flush like that. It's a little bit too big, but which is fine because the bezel is going to cover all of that, so you're not going to even see all of that from the outside anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and screw the camera up, and when I come back, the camera is going to be installed. So the camera is finally in. That install took about just under 2 hours. It's double-sided tape on the other side, which is holding the bezel to the trunk lid. Wasn't able to get this bracket on. Probably gonna go in there later to try to see if I can put it on. But right now it's just being weird. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, later on I'm gonna try to go inside and see what I can do. But overall, it came out good. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like on the screen. Boom. There we go. I do have the Taser. What I'm gonna do now with the Taser is I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can go through the settings and find the grid line. I'm gonna put grid lines on the screen. Also, I'm gonna do another video on how to actually activate the camera with the Taser. That's another thing, guys. If you don't have a Taser, you're gonna have to go to the dealership, from what a lot of guys are saying, and actually get your car flashed so they can pretty much tell your car that your car now has a backup camera. But with the Taser, it's a quick thing. I'll put all that in the description, and you guys can go over to zautomotive.com and buy the Taser. Alright guys, just to recap everything, pretty much I would say this modification is about a medium to hard install. If you're mechanically inclined, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to complete this task. As long as you have the correct tools, make sure you get some good quality tools. I actually use the Dremel 4000, which is about $100 at any hardware store. Also check Amazon. You don't necessarily need a drill for this modification, but it does help. As you saw in the video, it helps cutting from hole to hole and stuff like that, but it's not required. But if you're going to get a drill, just make sure you get a good quality drill, a drill that'll be able to cut through fairly thick metal in the trunk lid. The main thing with this install is just patience. Make sure you have patience and stuff like that. Make sure you set a time at least 3 hours. Set aside at least 3 hours to complete this modification, because it may take longer, it may be shorter. You just never know. Overall, I would definitely do it again. It wasn't too hard. In the meantime, it's Blacktop Henry 17. As always, like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram at Blacktop Henry 17. And we're going to put out another video. You guys stay tuned for the next one.